Jack Elam, Hollywood's unforgettable bad guy, was famous for his squinting eye, menacing grin, and the ability to make audiences both laugh and shiver simultaneously. Over a career spanning more than 5 decades, he appeared in countless westerns, comedies, and dramas, becoming one of the most recognizable character actors in Hollywood history. But behind the scenes, Elam was far from the affable or easygoing persona many believed. Though he brought humor and charm to his on-screen villains, Elam reportedly had a surprisingly sharp tongue and strong opinions about his colleagues. Over the years, he expressed disdain, sometimes openly, for certain actors he found insincere, difficult, or egotistical. In this documentary, we dive into the 6 actors Jack Elam reportedly hated the most. From Hollywood legends who clashed with him on set to rising stars who provoked his irritation, these stories reveal a rarely seen side of one of cinema's most enduring figures. This is a tale not just of grievances, but of the unique perspective of an actor who understood the challenges, egos, and politics of Hollywood better than most. Through interviews, behind-the-scenes anecdotes, and archival footage, we explore Elam's candid, sometimes shocking judgments of his peers. Prepare to see the silver screen in a whole new light as we uncover the actors Jack Elam could not stand, the ones who pushed him to his limits and earned his legendary SEO. Jack Elam was one of Hollywood's most distinctive character actors. Born in 1920 in Miami, Arizona, Elam's journey to stardom was anything but conventional. His misaligned eye, which would later become his trademark, initially caused him embarrassment, but it eventually set him apart in the industry. Known primarily for his roles in westerns, Elam perfected the art of playing villains with a mix of menace and dark humor, creating a screen presence that was instantly recognizable. Elam's career spanned more than 5 decades, beginning in the late 1940s with uncredited roles and gradually progressing to memorable appearances in films like Once Upon a Time in the West, Support Your Local Sheriff, and High Plains Drifter. While he was often cast as the crooked outlaw, he also displayed surprising versatility, appearing in comedies, dramas, and even television series such as Gunsmoke and The Twilight Zone. Audiences loved him for his ability to balance intimidation with comic timing, but his colleagues knew there was more to Jack than his on-screen charm. Off-camera, Elam developed a reputation for being straightforward, blunt, and, at times, uncompromising. While he could be warm and generous to friends, he had little patience for actors he considered arrogant, lazy, or fake. Hollywood, with its egos and politics, often frustrated him. Those who worked closely with him described a man who respected talent, professionalism, and dedication, but had zero tolerance for pretension or vanity. It was this unique perspective that shone. The second actor Elam reportedly hated was Charlton Heston. Known for his commanding presence and heroic roles, Heston could be intimidating on set, a quality that often rubbed co-stars the wrong way. Elam, who valued authenticity and a grounded approach to acting, found Heston's intense persona overbearing. The tension between them reportedly arose during long, grueling shoots where Heston's perfectionism clashed with Elam's more relaxed yet disciplined method. While Heston demanded strict adherence to his interpretation of scenes, Elam preferred flexibility and spontaneity, believing that the magic of acting often emerged in the moment. These philosophical differences, paired with Heston's imposing nature, left Elam frustrated and ultimately placed him firmly on the list of actors he disliked working with. Both Wayne and Heston shared one thing in common: immense talent paired with strong personalities. For many, these traits made them legends. For Elam, they made them difficult collaborators. He reportedly expressed that while he admired their craft, the personal conflicts they created on set often overshadowed any professional admiration he might have felt. Elam's critiques were never malicious gossip, they reflected his personal values and his respect for craft. He valued humility, cooperation, and a shared dedication to the work above all else. When those values were challenged, as they were by Wayne and Heston, his irritation became memorable enough to be noted by friends, colleagues, and later, biographers. The stories behind these two actors illustrate a larger theme in Hollywood: immense talent often comes with complex personalities. Jack Elam, for all his charm and wit, was not one to tolerate pretension. His grudges were rooted in professional frustration and personal principles, making his reflections both honest and revealing. These early conflicts set the stage for the remaining 4 actors, whose interactions with Elam would range from tense to downright contentious. After dealing with the egos of John Wayne and Charlton Heston, Jack Elam's list continued with 2 more actors whose behavior on set pushed him to his limits. These encounters were marked less by talent disputes and more by clashes of personality, work ethic, and Hollywood politics. The 3rd actor on Elam's list was reportedly Henry Fonda. Fonda, widely regarded as a consummate professional and one of Hollywood's most respected actors, had an intensity that could be intimidating for co-stars. While many praised Fonda's dedication, Elam sometimes found him difficult to work with, particularly when it came to creative differences. On set, Fonda was known for being meticulous about his performance, often requesting numerous takes to achieve perfection. Elam, who brought a natural spontaneity and improvisational edge to his roles, found this approach frustrating. According to accounts from crew members, the tension wasn't about disrespect, it was about conflicting worky. The 4th actor Elam reportedly disliked was Clint Eastwood, another Western legend with a reputation for strong control over his sets. Eastwood's intense focus, paired with his no-nonsense directing style, sometimes created friction with supporting actors like Elam. Stories suggest that on long, demanding shoots, Eastwood could be dismissive or blunt, expecting others to adapt to his vision without question. Elam, who valued mutual respect and collaboration, found this approach grating. While he acknowledged Eastwood's talent and even admitted that some of his films were iconic, he never hid his irritation at the director-actor power dynamic that often left co-stars feeling marginalized. Both Fonda and Eastwood represented a different kind of challenge for Elam compared to Wayne and Heston. While the first 2 were more overtly egotistical, Fonda and Eastwood's conflict stemmed from professional intensity rather than personality alone. Yet for Elam, the result was the same. Tension, frustration, and ultimately a lasting impression that these actors were among the most difficult to work with. Elam's comments about these 2 actors highlight an important aspect of his perspective: he was not criticizing talent but values. He revered the craft of acting and the collaborative nature of film, and when he felt that collaboration was stifled by rigidity or overbearing control, he became critical. For him, working in Hollywood was not just about showing up on camera, it was about mutual respect, creative freedom, and maintaining a professional yet humane environment. The experiences with Fonda and Eastwood reinforced Elam's reputation for honesty and bluntness. His willingness to speak openly about these conflicts gave fans and colleagues a glimpse of the challenges faced by character actors navigating sets dominated by megastars. Elam's list was never meant to shame. It was a candid reflection of his professional life, revealing the realities behind the silver screen glamour. By this point in his career, Elam's opinions had become well known within the industry. Colleagues respected his talent and humor, but they also knew he would not hesitate to call out behavior he found troubling. His list of 6 actors was more than a list of grievances, it was a testament to his integrity, professionalism, and commitment to maintaining standards in an often chaotic Hollywood environment. The final 2 actors on Jack Elam's infamous list were perhaps the most surprising, revealing not only the depth of his opinions but also his keen insight into Hollywood personalities. These actors were not just difficult on set, they represented the qualities Elam most despised: ego, pretension, and lack of professionalism. The 5th actor reportedly was Richard Burton, known as much for his tempestuous personal life as for his commanding stage and screen presence. Burton's legendary talent was undeniable, yet Elam found his behavior on set frustrating. Burton's intense meth. These final 2 actors share a common thread: immense talent paired with strong personalities that sometimes disrupted the harmony of a film set. For Jack Elam, the issues were never about ability but about the impact of ego and unpredictability on collaborative work. He respected their contributions to cinema, but he also didn't shy away from expressing frustration when their behavior made the production process more difficult. Elam's candid reflections on these 6 actors provide a rare glimpse into the realities of Hollywood from the perspective of a veteran character actor. While leading stars often receive adoration and praise, supporting actors like Elam witness the behind-the-scenes dynamics, including tensions that rarely make headlines. His opinions reveal a man deeply committed to professionalism, fairness, and mutual respect. In the end, Jack Elam's list serves multiple purposes. It entertains, informs, and sheds light on the complex interplay of personalities in Hollywood. It reminds audiences that even the most iconic actors are human, capable of brilliance but also of behaviors that frustrate their peers. For Elam, the hatred was less about personal animosity and more about setting boundaries, expressing values, and standing up for the integrity of the craft. Jack Elam's legacy is not just his unforgettable performances but also his honesty, humor, and unflinching perspective on the realities of Hollywood. By sharing his experiences, including the actors he struggled with the most, he left a lasting impression on colleagues and fans alike, a reminder that even the most charming villains on screen have their own battles behind the scenes.